welcome to the WSL Post Show here at the Boost Mobile Gold Coast Pro, presented by GWM. Another big day of competition. Some real highlights for some of our competitors and some really tough results and close heats for some of those that lost out. Ronnie Blakey here on the Harvey Norman host set, sitting alongside big wave surfer Felicity Parmentier. Hey, Flick.
Hello, Ronnie.
Did you have a good day?
I had a great day, mate. It was super exciting, really sleepy in some parts. It was really challenging in some heats, but we saw some really, really big performances throughout the day. So
We sure did.
yeah, I'm pretty happy.
Also got Richie Lovett with us. Rich, another
Hey,
big day, mate. A sensational sunset and, yeah, a big finish there from Sierra.
Yeah, that was incredible. Future of women's surfing on show. Took it to the air. We've been debating the score ever since.
It was funny. It was funny. We were debating scores from the start of that heat. Sierra dropped to 7.83. We're like, oh, that's a bit high. And then she got a 5.5 for an air. And we're like, oh, that's a bit low. But, you know, that's just our point of view. But, you know, I can see why the judges were maybe just trying to balance that heat out a little bit.
Yeah. She definitely won. That's the point.
They got the result right.
The result was right, and you know, there was some amazing surfing on the men's side, and then in those two heats that we ran of the women, it was great to see Steph get through. Nyxie Ryan, you know, that was a big heat.
Oh, huge heat, yeah. But Bronte McCauley, that's another one of those big names that we had slated just based on the form that she's been showing on the regional QS, in the CT event at Margaret River, and in her free surfing performances that, you know, you think that she would be up for a big finish here at Snapper Rocks, but, you know, the conditions really worked against her.
Yeah, she had that one 5-point ride, and she didn't need much to get up into second. It just... her tactic, I guess, I mean, she was waiting for the wave that just never really came, and it's so unfortunate for her because I feel like she just had all this momentum in Margaret River. Her backhand is so strong out here. She's had good performances out here when it's been a CT in the past, made finals day. So she was definitely a pick for me for this event, so pretty shocking, actually.
It was a tough heat. Nikki Van Dyke hanging on to second spot. Sierra Kerr getting the win, and Sierra's with Stace.
Sierra, that was like a Snapper Club round out there.
Yeah, pretty much. So fun just catching so many waves. I didn't catch really any yesterday. I was like, I'm not doing that again. I get to surf with 3 other people and I'm not catching waves. Like, what am I doing? So, yeah, I just wanted to go out and have some fun.
How hard is it to contain the froth but then also put a couple of good rides together?
Yeah, for sure. I was like down at Rainbow and usually I'm like, end up down there and there's 2 million people. I'm like, I just want to catch everything that's coming through and it's like so fast. So I'm like, all right, let's go back up the point and get a couple.
You've been on such a good roll lately. What do you put it down to?
I don't know, just been surfing a lot and yeah, just going out and doing a bunch of trips with my dad and yeah, just having a lot of fun.
Certainly are. Well done, and I will see you likely tomorrow.
A great result there for Sierra. She's moving on through to that round of 16, and she'll be a force if she keeps surfing the way she did this afternoon. But let's dive into the first heat of the round of 32 because we had a bit of an upset result. Steph Gilmore's still alive and rolling through this contest, but it was Nyxie Ryan getting the victory.
Yeah, she surfed really well. Great wave selection. Managed to pick off a couple of waves down the line and stringing these few turns together and just looking really strong and composed for someone who's a rookie on the Challenger Series. I mean, that finish there was really good and backed it up with this wave here and just really nice, smooth, controlled surfing. And I mean, she's got to take that confidence into the next round, but very humble, you know, in her post-heat interview. And she knows, obviously, Steph is queen out here. I mean, look at this surfing on such a small wave and just so beautiful to watch.
Yeah, Steph really just only found medium-sized rides, Rich, but still performed so well on them to bag a couple of sixes herself.
Yeah, absolutely. The form was there, no doubt about it, and it's going to be danger signs if Steph actually connects with a couple of those set waves, and if this swell fills in, it's going to be very, very hard to wrestle that trophy and steal it off her mantle.
Nyxie Ryan's going to have to just stay composed. Don't go out and celebrate yet, Nixie. You've still got another big heat coming your way. But, yeah, it was a magic performance. There was nerves on show at times. But, like we said, you know, if you beat an immortal of the sport, it's something that you'll remember forever. And Nixie's done that today.
Yeah, she, like you said, don't celebrate too soon. The work's not over. There's a lot to do. But definitely a little feather in the cap and something she'll probably remember forever.
Yeah, well, the men's had the lion's share of the conditions today, and Heat 16 was a really close one. There was a lot of buzzer beaters, but nothing like this. Everyone was still in contention as the clock wound down in the final moments.
Yeah, we saw all the riders getting a really good wave too at the end, so it was up to the judges, and all the surfers were on the sand at this point. But Matthias Hurdy, he got a couple of leg burners all the way down into the bay, past the spectators, and he said in that post-heat interview he was really nervous. This was Keanu was seeing, so he ended up holding on. And again, Matthias Hurdy, just been one of the Brazilians we've really watched mature and come of age. Some big airs in this guy's repertoire, so he'll be happy to get the win in this heat.
He's amazing. He had a good run on the Challenger Series last season too, but he just showed great variation here today. Have a look at that finishing turn, just really chucking it up there into that final section, climbing the roof. Keanu Singh managed to hold off Connor O'Leary and also Oni Amwa, who were coming charging towards him on that final exchange. And Matthias, he was at North Kira Bakery getting a pie after the heat. He was so far away from the action, he didn't know what happened.
That was a little limp up the sand there, I think, just because put so much into it, you know, the leg burner.
Yeah, solid numbers though across the board.
Just going to say, a bit of an upset for Connor. I feel like he had a couple of opportunities there and he unfortunately fell, and his surfing's been so good on his backhand, and I was surprised to see him get fourth in this heat and knocked out.
Yeah.
I mean, in the lead up to this event kicking off, in the free surfing that I saw, Connor O'Leary was just looking every bit a winner. But yeah, tripped up in this round of 64, and he can set his sights now on the surf ranch, obviously. Let's have a look at the Boost Mobile ride of the day. There was some sensational waves ridden today, but none better than Rio Waida.
Rio Waida was on some sort of a heater in this heat. He found a couple of gems. This one going up into the excellent range, showing a ton of variety, very smooth surfing, just looked so connected. Timing was perfect and just fast, had this element of speed that he brought to this heat, separated himself from everyone else.
Yeah, crazy speed, which he carried throughout both of his high-scoring rides. Easily the best heat score total that we've seen in the event so far. And I've got a feeling we're going to see it in our top 5. Let's get into it right now. We'll kick off at number 5. We had Crosby Colapinto flare up when he needed a number. Felicity, he delivered.
Yeah, when the pressure was on, he got to work, and streaking down the line here, nice floater, straight up into that next section, and this was the manoeuvre that I like, just putting it all on the line there when he really needed it. Super critical.
At number 4, it is Nyxie Ryan getting a win over the Queen.
Yeah, that's a big feather in the cap, as you said, Flick. This doesn't happen every day when you take down the 8-time world champ at her own break at Snapper Rocks, but Nixie obviously tapping into that point break pedigree that she's got from Lennox Head.
A couple of real highlights in these last 2 heats of the day. At number 3, Sierra Kerr, so on. Super progressive, showing some power and commitment to those end sections.
Yeah, and just really smart heat strategy, staying busy and realising after yesterday, hey, I'm surfing a heat with only 3 other girls, I've got to stay busy. But yeah, loving to see this progression too from her, just going to the air and feeling at ease, and I just loved her post-heat interview. Stoked Grommy, and yeah, I can't wait to see her tomorrow.
Well, coming in at number 2, was excited to see how Sammy Pupo would perform here at Snapper Rocks Ridge. He didn't disappoint. He looked great.
No, and I think all the commentators, or majority of, have got Sammy in their pick to make the top 10, and it's going to be surfing like this that'll take him all the way to the top. It was an upset, I reckon, when he got bumped off the tour. Didn't make the cut because he is that good. So fast, so quick. He's got shades of Philippe in his style, and the approach as well. Very radical.
Just A1 performance, really. But this guy stole the show today. We saw the Boost Mobile ride of the day. It was an excellent score. He backed it up and put together a 17-point plus heat.
Absolutely dominating, just going to town, and he did it all wearing a full suit, which was pretty impressive. I mean, he was so busy out there and just so dominant. I mean, with surfing like that, it's hard not to imagine that he'd make the finals day.
Yeah, job done today, but job not done yet for the event. He's got a couple more heats to get through, but certainly after today has got to be one of the picks.
Rich, what's your vibe on the men's side? Do you see a new campaigner, a surfer that hasn't won before on the Challenger Series breaking through for a win, or do you think a CT surfer who's here performing like Rio or one that hasn't made the cut is likely going to go on and get the victory?
Oh, I feel like we're going to see a new name on the trophy this year. Maybe a Crosby or someone like that is going to come through for a breakthrough win.
Yeah, what about you, Felicity?
Oh, it's still so hard to make a call, but look, I don't know about I don't know. I'm just really liking Rio, and I'm liking Sammy Pupo. What I'm seeing from them so far is pretty amazing.
So you're thinking CT kind of experience is going to get the job done on the men's side. What about the women's?
It's just, how do you go past Stephanie Gilmore? I just don't know how you do. She, on the smaller to medium-sized waves that she had in that heat, and like you said, she was surfing probably at about 50%, and she's still making heats, so...
Getting sixes too.
It's going to be a hard one to say anyone else but Steph.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there. We got a couple more days to break it all down, Rich, so I'll get your thoughts some other time.
Yeah, no dramas.
But right now, we'll leave you with the highlights from today and tune in bright and early tomorrow because we will be getting competition back underway. Good morning once again from Snapper Rocks. Clean conditions here today, an incredible sandbar. Here goes the Grom, WSL. 5.2, not enough.
It's like a drug, your moves
Just really critical.
me out hugs. Come back for more. Yeah, that's
10 seconds for Jet Schilling. 2 big maneuvers. 6-point ride. Jet Schilling turns the heat. World number 1, João Chianca, out in the water.
red light. I'm so high.
Jadson Andre, he wants a water break.
It's only a phase I'm on. When you're
Old Buckets Bisso is back to his old tricks.
come back for more.
And an excellent number for his efforts.
Get back to me. Back, please. Down on my knees. I want it.
Rio makes his move, slicing through that first section as he hammers the pocket. And Michael Rodriguez looking sharp on this one.
This copyrighted event broadcast is produced by the World Surf League for broadcast around the world and may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the written consent of the World Surf League.